shut soft, but it called me empty. Your echo stayed, I couldn't sleep. Your footsteps faded down the hall, like I was nothing after all. The room went cold, the clock stood still. My breath felt heavier than guilt. I said your name and lost its sound, just staring shadows all around. I waited for the world to speak, but nothing answered back to me. I spoke to silence after you left, and knew my sins and knew my regrets. The wind was humming through the broken pines, like it knew my name but forgot the time. Headlights flicker on a midnight grave, and the radio sings like a ghost I saved. There's a bottle half dead on the passenger seat, and a map that's folded where the edges meet. I swear I saw heaven on the same old road, but it vanished fast when the cold wind blew. I left my home when the skies turned black, with a pocket full of dust and no way back. Mama said, boy, don't trust that road. It takes your name and leaves your soul. But I laughed like fire in a summer storm, said I'd outrun every shape I was born. So I kissed goodbye to the porch light glow, and I followed where the wild winds go. The tires screamed on the gravel night, like they knew the truth I was trying to hide. Every mile felt just the same, like a loop confession without a name. I saw a preacher at a gas station light, said, son, you're drifting out of sight. But his eyes were hollow, his hands were cold, like he'd been driving this road too long to hold. This is a road that never leads home, where the painted lines turn into bones, where every turn is the same mistake, and every dawn is a heart that breaks. So I've been lost, but I keep on driving through the silence where the dead keep riding. And I swear I hear my name in the wind, but the road just bends and begins again. I met a man with a rusted car, said he used to chase every falling star. Now he counts the cracks in his worn-out dash, like the memories that fade too fast. He said, son, don't trust the yellow signs, they lie in shadows and crooked lines. Every promise here is a buried lie, every goodbye just learns to lie. We shared a drink by the roadside ditch, where the water hummed like a broken switch. He said, I've been here since I don't know when, and I knew I'd see him again and again. The moon was a bruise in a tired sky, as I watched my reflection pass me by, and it winked like it knew what I'd become, a ghost with a tank that's never full of sun. This is the road that never leads home, where the painted lines turn into bones, where every turn is the same mistake, and every dawn is a heart that breaks. So I've been lost, but I keep on driving through the silence where the dead keep riding. And I swear I hear my name in the wind, but the road just bends and begins again. There was a town that I almost knew, with a church bell ringing through the blue, but the doors were locked and the windows cracked, like they'd seen too many souls pass by. A woman stood with a cigarette burn, said every traveler never learns. They think they're running from what they are, but they're just circling the same damn scars. She touched my hand and it turned to dust, like everything here forgets to voice inside what the silence spoke. I tried to stop, but the wheels won't break. They keep on dragging me night and day. The engine moans like a dying hymn as the edges of the world grow thin. I see my house in the rearview glass, but it flickers like it was never my past. Just a trick of light, just a borrowed dream, slipping away at the seams between. This is the road that never leads home, where the painted lines turn into bones, where every turn is the same mistake, and every dawn is a heart that breaks. So I've been lost, but I keep on driving through the silence where the dead keep riding. And I swear I hear my name in the wind, but the road just bends and begins again. The door shut soft, but it cold me empty. Your echo stayed, I couldn't sleep. Your footsteps faded down the hall, like I was nothing after all. The room went cold, the clock stood still. My breath felt heavier than guilt. I said your name and lost its sound, just staring shadows all around. The river bends where the willows lean, and water black and almost clean. The current hums a wordless tune beneath the dying afternoon. The reed stands still, the air feels wrong, like it's been holding breath too long. And something drifts where light won't send, a body by the river bend. Across the shore, like it's been here forevermore. The water didn't rush or run, just held the shape of what was done. And every ripple passing through looked like it knew what it once knew. No footprints near, no trail behind, just nature trying not to mind. But even trees refuse to bend when death comes calling round the end. The river don't ask, it don't reply, it just reflects a passing lie. And every truth that chooses sand comes back around the river bend. There's a body by the river bend tonight, where wrong don't scream and wrong don't fight. No name to call, no hand to mend, just silence where the waters end. Oh, I tried to look away and run, but the river knows what's been done. And every step I take, I send myself back to the river bend. The sheriff came with lowered eyes, like he had seen 1,000 lies. He didn't speak, just shook his head, like words were better left unsaid. They pulled ashore with hooked wire through drifting reeds and drowned out fire, but nothing answered, nothing showed, just water keeping what it knows. The townsfolk stood at a distance wide, like they were watching something die, but not surprised, not moved at all, just waiting for the river's call. I knelt down where the water meets the edge of dirt and cold defeat, and in the reflection I could see something staring back at me. Not anger, not a lie, not gone, just something that keeps moving on, like it was waiting all along for me to know what I'd done wrong. The river didn't change its tone, but I no longer stood alone. And in that stillness, sharp and deep, I felt the river start to keep. It ain't the water, it ain't the shore, it's every choice that came before, every step you choose to bend, until you reach the river's end. And some things don't drift away, they just decide where they will stay. A quiet truth you can't defend. And everybody by the river bend. There's a body by the river bend tonight, but I can't tell the dark from light. No justice comes, no peace descends, just water closing all the ends. Oh, I tried to leave, but now I know there's nowhere else the truth can go. And every road I try to set ends here at the river bend. Now I don't leave when daylight breaks, I stay with all the quiet aches. No past to fix, no truth to mend, just waiting by the river bend. And if you ever hear the stream calling soft like half a dream, don't answer back, don't pretend, or you'll become the river bend. The water flows, but never ends. It keeps its secrets, it defends. And I remain where silence bends, beside the body by the river bend. Everything goes quiet still, and branches hang like broken dreams when nothing ever truly seems. The willow bowed, the sky grew deep, and I buried her where the willow weeps. I carried silence in my hands across the broken empty lands. No words to say, no prayers to keep, just weight too heavy, sharp and deep. The ground was soft like it agreed to hold what neither heart could need. And every step I took that night felt like I left behind the light. She didn't speak, she didn't cry, just watched the world pass her by, like she already knew the end before it chose to bend. The wind went low, the air stood bare, like something was already there. And every breath I tried to hold just turned the night to cold. I buried her where the willow weeps for me, underneath that hollow tree. No cross to mark, no name to save, just silence carved into the grave. Oh, I tried to stay, I tried to pray, but the night just turned away. And every tear I couldn't keep still falls where the willow weeps. The shovel struck a hollow sound, like it was breaking sacred ground. And every clump of earth that fell carried something I knew well. Not just her name, not just her face, but every memory I can't erase. It all went in without a fight, into the soil of fading light. The willow cried without a tear, but I could feel her still right here. Not gone, not lost, not set apart, just woven into dark. The river hummed a broken hymn, like it remembered where she'd been, and every step I try to leave still makes the willow grieve. I buried her where the willow weeps at night, beneath the fading hollow light. No final words, no less goodbye, just branches pointing to the sky. Or tried to run, I tried to stay, but nothing ever goes away. And every breath I try to keep still hears the willow weep. Nights run thin where everything begins again, and though the grave is soft and still, it never learned to heal. The wind still calls a name to me through every rustling bending tree, and I don't know if she is gone or just part of the song. The willow sways, it knows my sin like it's been waiting from within, and every shadow I can find still carries her behind. It ain't the dirt, it ain't the rain, it's everything that stays in pain. Every love we try to keep still lives where willows weep. And burial don't mean release, sometimes it only brings increase. Still everything you tried to hide still breathes on the other side. I buried her where the willow weeps for me, and she never left that tree. No turning back, no truth to save, just whispers from her grave. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but she stayed inside of me, and every tear I tried to keep still falls where willows weep. Now I don't dig, I don't return, I let the quiet branches burn. No past to fix, no name to call, just shadows on the wall. And if you ever hear that sound, we're bending trees, I'll bow down. Don't stay too close, don't look too deep, or you'll hear the willow weep. The river flows, the night runs thin, but something never leaves within, and I remain where memories creep, where I buried her, where the willow weep. The radio hissed in fading light, like it couldn't decide on right or night. Static curl like smoke and wrong, and then it played my favorite song. But something in it wasn't mine, carried someone else's time. I swear I left it long ago, a tune only I should know, played on strings I never named, and places memory never came. But there it was, too clean, too clear, like it had learned to appear from somewhere deeper than the past, like it was never meant to last. The rhythm bent in subtle ways, like it was studying my gaze, and every note that filled the air felt like someone listening there. The room got still, the shadows leaned like they had all already seen, and every breath I tried to keep just fell into something deep. The devil learned my favorite song somehow, and he's singing it right now. No wrong or right, just something wrong inside my favorite song. Whoa. echoes on the other side. It wasn't played on any dial, no human hand, no radio mile, just air itself beginning to hum, like something finally had become. The melody bent out of shape, like it had learned how to escape the meaning I once gave it then, and turned it back again. And in that sound I swear I knew it wasn't just about me too. It carried voices in the grain that sounded just like pain. The walls absorbed it line by line, like they had memorized the rhyme, and every note I thought I owned had found a darker tone. The devil learned my favorite song too well, and it fits him just as well. No holy tune, no saving wrong, just my own favorite song. Oh, I tried to stop it, tried to run, but it was already done, and every chorus I denied still lives beneath the sky. Now every time I hear that sound, it feels like something spinning round, not outside me, not apart, but somewhere buried in my heart. Like music isn't just a thing, but something darker it can bring when it learns your name, your pace, and takes your private place. And I don't know if I composed the part it loves the most, or if it always knew the way to make me hear it play. It ain't the tune, it ain't the chord, it's everything you can't ignore. Every sound you try to shun still gets inside your blood, and songs don't always stay benign. Sometimes they cross the line till everything you thought was yours belongs to something more. The devil learned my favorite song from me, and I don't think I'm still free. No end in sight, no place to run, just music I've become. Oh, I tried to silence it, tried to stay, but it plays on anyway. And every breath I try to keep still hums inside my sleep. Now I don't listen, I don't pretend, I let the melody descend. No start, no stop, no final line, just something that is mine. And if you ever hear that sound where something feels too tightly wound, don't sing along, don't let it in, or it will learn you to again. The radio's gone, the night runs long, but still I hear that same old song, and I remain where echoes belong, with the devil who learned my song. Cold, the sky was gray, the kind that never feels like day. And I still see her walking free, like she was never meant for me. The rope still sways above the ground, where silence makes the only sound. And every step I try to trace just leads me back to that same place. She didn't cry, she didn't stay, just turned her eyes and walked away. Like something broke, but I couldn't tell if it was love or something else. The sheriff's men stood lined in rows, like they already knew how it goes. And I stood still, too late to run, to undo what I'd become. Her hand was soft, her voice was low. She said, "There's things you'll never know." And then she looked toward the rope, like it offered her some hope. I called her name, but not too loud, like I was still afraid of sound. And every breath I couldn't keep felt like it sank too deep. She left me for the gallows that day. No tears, no words, no final stay, just shadows where her loved ones grew, in a sky that split in two. Oh, I tried to reach, I tried to fight, but she chose the fading light, and every memory I pursue still hangs right there with you. The preacher spoke, but I heard none, just saw the way her gaze was gone. Not hatred, not regret or blame, just something I can't name. The crowd stood still, like carved in stone, but I've never felt more alone than watching her step past the line where she stopped being mine. The road creaks slow in morning air, like it already knew she'd care more for the end than what was said, or what was left instead. The world went quiet, sharp and tight, like it was holding back the night, and every second stretching through pulled me farther from you. She left me for the gallows that day. No tears, no words, no final stay, just shadows where her loved ones grew, and a sky that split in two. Oh, I tried to reach, I tried to fight, but she chose the fading light, and every memory I pursue still hangs right there with you. They say she chose it on her own, like she had always been alone. But I still hear her last goodbye somewhere behind a hollow sky. And when the wind begins to turn, I feel the lessons I never learned, that love don't always stay and wait. Sometimes it walks straight into fate. The gallows don't forget a name, they just remember what you became. And I still stand beneath the beam where she left me in a dream. It ain't the rope, it ain't the wood, it's everything misunderstood. Every moment left unsaid becomes the space where love is dead. And some goodbyes don't fall like rain, they carve themselves inside your pain, until every breath you try to take still feels like her mistake. She left me for the gallows still, like it was always part of her will. No turning back, no second try, just watching love learn how to die. Oh, I tried to call, I tried to stay, but she had already slipped away, and every breath I take in view still hangs me back to you. Now I don't speak, I don't pretend, I stand beneath what won't amend. No closure left, no truth to find, just her still living in my mind. And if you ever love too deep and feel the silence start to creep. Don't let it choose for you the end, or love will never come again. The rope still sways, the wind runs low, but she's already let me go, and I remain where shadows bow, with what I lost still hanging now. There's a box that sits in silence, where the air don't move at all. Not a sound, not even breathing, just a shadow on the wall. And it wasn't made in anger, it was built with careful hands, like someone tried to make forever out of something that won't stand. They said it started like a promise, nothing spoken, nothing loud, just a slow and quiet merging of two names into one sound. No division left to measure, no direction left to trace, just the fading of the distance between time and empty space. There's no record of the moment, no clear line where it began, just a feeling something shifted in the way we understand. No voice to call, no truth to break, just something neither one can take. And every breath we try to hold feels like it's already gone. It's a coffin built for two tonight, no wrong to name, no clear right, just something holding what remains in matching quiet final frames. Oh, we tried to keep our names apart, but they faded from the start. And every step we thought was free just tied us deeper underneath. We walk through rooms without reflection, like the glass forgot our shape, not erased but slightly altered in a way we can't escape. There's no argument remaining, no divide we can defend, just a slow acceptance growing that we never were the end. I hear your voice in my silence, not as words but something near, like the distance stopped existing and replaced it with the fear. No line to cross, no past to save, just something neither one can wave. And every thought we try to hold feels like it's already told. It's a coffin built for two, I see. It was always meant to be. No matter how we tried to run, we were already one. Oh, we turned, we tried to lie, trying to separate the sky, but every claim. Just the quiet realization we were always built the same. Not as endings forced together, not as punishment or blame. Just the final understanding that we answer to one name. And in that still shared knowing, with no resistance left to give, we stop asking for tomorrow and learn the way we live. It ain't the end that makes you one, it's everything that can't be undone. Every truth you failed apart becomes a shed and beating heart. And coffins don't divide at all, they simply answer when you fall. So every step you take as two was never really split into you. It's a coffin and I understand it was never to but planned. No matter how we tried to see, it was always you and me. Oh, we stayed, we didn't fight, just let it close us out of light. And every breath that's left to take is something neither one can break. Now the silence feels complete here, not empty, not alone. Just the final shared remaining of everything we've known. And if you ever find a space where two shadows start to blend, don't assume it's where it ends. It might be where you begin again. And low, lay down, boy, just let go. But I ain't built to break that way. I'll rise again come Judgment Day. 'Cause no grave can hold me down. I climb back up from underground, through the dust and through the stone. I'll find my way back home when the dead stop making sound. No grave can hold me down. I felt the cold kiss of a sinner's. The gates hang open, rusted wide, like they've got nothing left to hide. The wind don't howl, it breezes in slow through rows and names I used to know. The moon lays pale on crooked stones, like skin stretched tight on silent bones. And every step I take feels weak, like the ground remembers me. I come here when the night runs deep, where the dead don't talk but secrets keep. No questions asked, no judgment passed, just shadows buried in the past. The gravel shifts beneath my boots, like it's alive with quiet truths. And every name I pass along feels like a line in some old song. There's one out back with no carved name, just broken earth and sinking frame. No flowers laid, no prayers to speak, that's where it keeps what I can't keep. But kneel down slow, I don't confess, no need to speak what I suppress. The silence knows, the darkness sees, it holds it all with quiet ease. The graveyard keeps my secret safe in hollow ground, no one can the earth is never full. The headstones lean like tired men who've seen it all and won't again. No stories told, no voices left, just names worn down by time and theft. The Latin swings from my own hand, casting shapes across the land. But every shadow looks the same, like it remembers what I became. I hear no sound but feel it there, a weight that lingers in the air. Not from below, not from above, but from the things I never spoke of. The ground don't stir, it don't reply, it just absorbs what we deny. And every truth I tried to break still lives in every step I take. The graveyard keeps my secret safe in hollow ground no one can trace. Every sin, every lie, buried deep where truth won't rise. So I tried to leave it far away, but it always calls me back to stay. And every night I feel that pull to where the earth is never full. I found the place where I once knelt, with hands that shook and heart that felt. Too much to carry, too much to name, so I let the earth take all the blame. I dug it deep, I covered fast, like dirt could swallow up the past. But something in me always knew, it never left, it just withdrew. And now I stand where silence grows, with nothing left but what it knows. That buried truth don't fade away, it just learns how to stay. There ain't no grave that locks it tight, no darkness deep enough for night to hide the weight of what we've done, or all the things we've tried to outrun. And maybe this is where they stay, not in the ground but in the grave, between what was and what remains. A quiet echo of our chains. The graveyard keeps my secrets still, but I can feel them breathing through the chill. Every sin, every lie still lives beneath this quiet sky. Oh, I tried to bury all of me, but nothing here sets anything free. And now I know what I've become, just another secret in the ground. Now I don't leave when morning breaks, I stay right here where silence aches. No past to run, no truth to speak, just everything the graveyard keeps. And if you ever pass these stones and feel that weight down to your bones, don't kneel too long, don't stay too deep, or you'll be something the graveyard keeps. The gates don't close, the night won't end, the dead don't speak, but they pretend. And I remain where shadows seep, a secret the graveyard will keep. I hear the devil whisper soft and low, lay down boy, just let go. But I ain't built to break that way, I'll rise again come judgment day. Cause no grave can hold me down, I climb back up from underground, and through the dust and through the storm, I'll find my way back home. But when the dead stop making sound, no grave can hold me down. I felt the cold kiss of the sinners, I hear the devil whisper soft and low, lay down boy, just let go. But I ain't done to break that away, I'll rise again come judgment day. Cause no grave can hold me down, I climb back up from underground, through the dust. The dark was heavy, close and slow, like it forgot how to let go. No sound to break it, no delay. just breathe held tight in what I'd say. And in my hand so small and thin, a spark that barely fit within. I struck the match against the night and watched it learn to eat the light. Not flame at first, but something near, like hesitation born from fear. It trembled once, then found its voice, like it had never had a choice. And in that glow so soft and weak, it seemed to almost speak. The air leaned in, the shadows bend, like something old in heaven sent, but wrong in ways I couldn't name. As if the fire knew my shame, the flame grew tall, then bowed its head, like something holy left unsaid. And every second passing by felt like a whispered cry. Like it believed in all. I tried to blink, I tried to flee, but it was looking back at me. And every breath I try to take feels like the world might break. It danced without a guiding hand, like it was trying to understand why darkness doesn't let things stay the way they start. That way the walls went soft, the room went thin, like something else had moved within. And every flicker on the floor seemed to open up a door, not outward, not to anywhere, but inward, like it lived in air. And everything I tried to hide was standing by its side. The flame don't burn the same for all. Sometimes it rises just to fall. And every thought I tried to keep just drifted into sleep. I lit the match and watched it pray for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No final word, no place to stay, just light that fades away. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but it followed me outside. And every step I try to make still shakes in what it takes. Then it bent low, then went still, like it had finished what it will. And in the ashes, soft and gray, I heard what it might say. Not language, not a sound at all, just something waiting for the fall of everything I thought was mine into a softer line. And when the flame had finally gone, I wasn't sure what lingered on. It ain't the match, it ain't the fire, it's everything we don't retire. Every spark we set in place still learns to show its face. And flames don't always rise and burn, sometimes they teach us how to learn that everything we try to pray still fades the same old way. I lit the match and watched it pray for me, and it stayed inside my memory. No end in sight, no truth to save, just embers in the grave. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but it had already gone away. And every breath I try to find still flickers in my mind. Now I don't strike, I don't return, I let the darkness gently burn. No light to keep, no truth to weigh, just something gone away. And if you ever feel that glow, slow, don't trust its warmth, don't trust its grace, or you'll see your own face. The night goes on, the wind runs thin, but something always starts within. And I remain where embers stray, where I lit the match and watched it pray.
Tracks hum low in the dead of night, like they're calling something out of sight. The station's empty, cold as stone, like it forgot it was ever known. A flickering lamp swings back and forth, like it's marking time without a course. And somewhere far a whistle cries from a train that never arrives. I bought a ticket from a man with no face. He didn't speak, just slid it my way. Said one way ride, no turning back, then disappeared into the black. The platform groaned beneath my feet, like it knew who it was about to meet. And when the train came into view, it felt like something I already knew. No number mark, no destination sign, just rusting shadows down the line. And every window showed the same, a reflection I could not name. The door slid open with a hollow sigh, like something living had just passed by. And deep inside a voice I feared said, "You've been expected here." It's the midnight train to nowhere. I'll ride where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. The seats were torn, the air was still, like time itself had lost its will. A woman sat across from me with hollow eyes that couldn't see. She whispered low, "You'll understand," as she reached out with shaking hand. But when I blinked, she was just gone, like she had never been there at all. The lights above began to fade, like they were afraid of what they made. And every face I thought I saw was just a shadow with no law. The wheels kept turning slow and grim, like they were grinding bone and sin. And every sound along the track felt like it was pulling me back. It's the midnight train to nowhere. I ride where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I'm too far gone. Every mile keeps pulling me on, and the deeper I go, the less I care where this train goes, or if I'm there. I walked the aisle through car to car, but every door led just as far back to the place I'd been before, like the train had no real core. A conductor stood in worn-out black with a lantern dim and a crooked back. He tipped his hat but didn't speak, just pointed where the walls grew weak. I looked outside but saw no land, just endless dark like shifting sand. And in the glass I saw my face, slowly fading without a trace. And then I knew what this ride was, not where I'm going but what I was. Every choice I left behind, now carved into this endless line. No start, no end, no right, no wrong, just echoes stretched too long. A journey made of what I've been, rolling through the dark within. It's the midnight train to nowhere I ride, where the past and the future collide. No place to stop, no place to stay, just endless track that fades away. Oh, I tried to leave, but I understand this train was never part of a plan. And now I see what I've become, another passenger on the run. Now I sit as the whistle cries, under never-ending skies. No sleep, no dream, no waking call, just movement through it all. And if you ever hear that sound of iron wheels on hollow ground, don't look too long, don't stay aware, or you might find yourself on there. The station waits, but not for me, just a ghost of what could be. And somewhere lost beyond the air rolls the train to nowhere. There was no flame, no sudden moment, no voice to seal the cost, just a silence in the timing where something subtle got lost. And the air didn't feel different, not at first, not right away, just a little less like mine now, in a way I can't replay. It started with a small decision, something easy to ignore, just a choice I told myself was nothing I hadn't done before. No signature, no binding, no contract I could read, just a feeling something answered before I knew I'd agreed. There was nothing in the offering that suggested what it meant, just a sense that I was choosing what I hadn't fully spent. No line to cross, no voice to warn, just something changing form. And every breath I thought was mine felt slightly redefined. It was a night I sold my soul tonight. No fire, no wrong or right, just something slipping out of place that I can now retrace. So I thought it would feel like loss, like a moment, like a cause. But every step I take from them feels like it's not fully me again. The world kept moving like it always, nothing broke, nothing changed, but the distance in my reflection feels a little rearranged.
There's no sound that marks the moment, no echo I can hear, just the quiet understanding that something else is steering near. I try to call it back in thought, try to reverse the line, but the silence only answers that it's no longer mine. No truth to find, no debt to show, just something I already know. And every time I try to stand, feels like it's under different hands. It was the night I sold my soul. I see it was never just for free. No matter how I try to lie, it stayed alive inside. Oh, I turned, I tried to run, but the separation never comes. And every breath I thought I took belongs to something I mistook. Now I walk without resistance, let it move the way it will. There's no border left between us, no place to stand still. And it isn't something watching, it's just something that remains, like a version of me speaking with a slightly different name. And in that quiet recognition, with no reclaim left to try, I stop searching for returning and let it occupy. It ain't a deal you sign in ink, it's what you slowly start to think. Every choice you justify becomes the self you can't deny. And souls don't vanish in a break, they shift with every path you take. So every step you thought was free was already part of me. It was the night, and now I know it never really lets you go. No matter how I tried to be, it was always inside me. Oh, I stayed, I didn't fight, let it settle in the night. And every name I thought was mine was already redefined. Now there's no clear separation between what's lost and what remains, just a quiet integration I can no longer explain. And if you ever feel a moment where you don't feel fully whole, don't assume you've been taken. It might be the shape of your soul. And if you ever lose your way, the paper trembled in my hand like it already understood the end I planned. No perfect words, no softer way, just something I could never say. And every line I tried to send already felt like this is the end. The room was quiet, lights too low, like even shadows didn't want to know what truth becomes when it is fed. Through everything I left unsaid, I wrote your name, then let it fade like memory had been overplayed. And every sentence broke apart before it ever left my heart. The ink ran thick, the page went still, like it was learning how to feel. And every word I tried to keep just fell between the seams too deep. No voice replied, no wind would turn, just lessons that I never learned. And every breath I couldn't hide was folded in the side. I wrote goodbye in red ink that night, under a failing hollow light. No final touch, no hand to hold, just something left too cold. Oh, I tried to stop, I tried to stay, but the words would not lose out its place. The paper curled at every edge like it was standing on a ledge between what stays and what departs from broken, careless hearts. I never meant for it to sound like everything was burning down, but even silence had a tone of letting go alone. When I folded it away, it felt like I had nothing left to say. The night don't judge the things we send, it only knows where they all end. And every truth I couldn't bind still lingers in my mind. I wrote goodbye in red ink just for me, and it never let me be. No clean erase, smoke turning back, just fading on the track. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to hide, but it stayed there on my side. And every breath I tried to keep still writes itself indeed. Now I don't write, I don't pretend, I let the pages never meant no first, no last, no final line, just something left behind. And if you ever feel that page where words don't age but still engage, don't sign your name, don't let it stay, but it will write you anyway. They asked me where I was that night, underneath that pale street light. I said I don't recall the time, but the truth don't always speak in rhyme. And the sheriff's eyes were sharp and still, like he already knew the will of something buried out of sight, where nothing wrong can turn to right. The town don't talk, it just pretends that every storm remakes some winds, but it remembers what we hide, even when we lie inside. I felt it there beneath my feet, like something waiting incomplete, and every breath I couldn't hide was folded in the side. I wrote goodbye in red ink that night, under a failing hollow light, no final.
There's water running steady, but it doesn't change a thing. Just moves across the surface like it's afraid to touch the skin. And the light above the basin doesn't flicker, doesn't lie, but it can't erase the feeling of something still inside. I tried to scrub it out in silence till my hands went pale and sore, but the stain don't act like matter, it just settles in the core. Every drop of water falling feels like memory return, like it carries what I'm losing in a way I never learned. There's no visible reminder, no clear shape I can define, but I feel it in the pressure every time I cross the line. No amount of time will break it, no attempt can rearrange it, and every breath I try to take feels like it's already stained. The blood won't wash clean tonight, no wrong erase, no right inside, just something that refuses to leave, no matter what I try to believe. Oh, I scrubbed until I broke, tried to turn it into smoke, but every drop that should have gone just lingers when the water's on. The mirror doesn't show it clearly, but I see it all the same. Not in shape, but in the silence that responds when I say my name. There's no witness left to question, no one left to testify, but the absence feels like knowing something no one can deny. I turn away, it stays behind me. I look down, it's still there too, like it learned to live between what I did and what is true. No truth to fix, no past to change, there's something I can't rearrange, and every step I try to take feels like it's already stained. The blood won't wash clean, I see it was never just on me. No matter how I tried to rub, it stayed until don't fight the reflection, let it settle where it will. There's no ending in the cleaning, just a silence growing still. And it isn't punishment speaking, it's just something left to be, like a truth that won't dissolve now in the way I try to be. And in that quiet recognition, with no resistance left to try, I stop calling it a burden and let it occupy. It ain't what wall it takes away, it's what refuses to decay. Every act you try to hide finds a place it can survive, and nothing pure stays untouched by the weight of what it was. So every stain you try to fight becomes a part of your life. The blood won't wash clean, I know it was never meant to go. No matter how I tried to be, it stayed right here inside of me. Oh, I stood still, I let it stay. Watched the water run away, and every drop I thought was free still carried what remains of me. Now the sink runs out of motion, but the feeling doesn't fade. Just a quiet understanding of the choices that I made. And if you ever try to clean what refuses to be gone, don't assume it leaves you empty. It might be what you become.
The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, drifting slow and dying light. The sky turned gray long before dusk, like it knew what turned to dust. The water don't run like it used to flow, it moves too still, too dark below. And every breath like something laid to rest. I rode back in where the trail runs thin, through ash and wood and broken wind. The houses stand but barely so, like ghosts forgot where else to go. The fences lean, the doors hang wide, no one left here to run or hide, just quiet rooms and empty chairs holding shapes that ain't quite there. I passed the bridge where we once stood, carving names into the wood, but every mark we left behind is swallowed now by ash and time. And in the haze I thought I saw a figure bent without a law, not walking out, not turning back, just pot of smoke gone drifting black. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, where all feels close and right, feels slight. Every memory, every sin burned away, but still within. Oh, I came back to understand what's left away from this land. But all I found in the thick and bleak was smoke over Hollow Creek. The church still stands with a broken cross, like it remembers every loss. The bell don't ring, the pews don't creak, just silence buried deep and weak. I stepped inside but felt it shift, like the past had torn a rift, and every shadow moved too slow, like it had nowhere else to go. I found a book half burned and torn, pages black and edges worn, names inside I used to know, not just embers in the glow. The air grew thick, the light grew thin, like something stirred beneath my skin, and every breath
shine clear and clean. Now it's black and barely moves, like it's forgotten how to prove. I saw reflections not my own in every ripple overthrown. Faces staring from below, those who never got to go. They didn't speak, they didn't cry, just watched me with a hollow eye. And in that gaze I came to see, this place ain't done with me. And maybe fire don't cleanse or end, it just reshapes what we pretend into something we can't outrun. Long after all the burning's done, and maybe smoke don't drift away, it lingers where we choose to stay. A quiet mark upon the air of everything that's no longer there. The smoke over Hollow Creek tonight, and I can't tell the dark from light. Every memory, every sin, still alive beneath my skin. Oh, I came back, but now I know some things don't fade, they only grow. And every step I try to seek leads me back to Hollow Creek. Now I don't leave, I don't return, I just remain where embers burn. No past to fix, no truth to speak, just drift and smoke in Hollow Creek. And if you ever pass this way and smell the ash that chose to stay, don't follow where the shadows leak through smoke over Hollow Creek. The fire's gone, but not the stain. It lingers deep in ash and pain. And I am just a voice grown weak in the smoke of Hollow Creek. The sun bleeds red across the open sky. Another day to live, another night to die. My boots are worn, my soul is torn from every battle I've survived before. The wind whispers scenes I can't deny. Every mile I go, I quando. There's a house on a hill where the paint's peeled black, and the porch leans low like it won't fight back. Windows stare like they're wide awake, watching every wrong move you make. I was warned as a child, don't go inside, but the door stood open like it wanted me to try. And the air went cold when I crossed that line, like I stepped out of time or out of mind. And the floorboards creaked like a living thing, like the walls themselves could hear me breathe. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a mirror inside with a shattered face, but it shows me whole in a darker place. I see things move when I turn away, like they're waiting for me to stay. There's a clock that ticks, but it don't keep time, just counts every breath like it's a crime. And the deeper I walk, the more I see that the house ain't trapped here, it's trapping me. And the door
doors all shut when I try to run, like the night itself has just begun. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin. Every step I take, it remembers me, like I ain't the man that I used to be. Hear it whisper low through the broken seams, feeding off of my shattered dreams. I don't leave, I don't roam, I just fade in a house that won't let me go. There's a voice upstairs calling out my name, but it sounds like me, just not the same. It says, come on up, don't be afraid, like it knows every choice I've made. And I climb those stairs with a heavy chest, like I'm walking straight to my final rest. When I reach the top, there's no one there, just a hanging rope and a broken chair. And the walls start to bend, the ceiling drops, like the house itself don't ever stop. Every breath gets tight, every step feels wrong, like I've been inside here far too long. I tried to break through a window pane, but it showed me back in the pouring rain, standing outside looking in, like I never left, like I never been. And I heard myself from the other side say, you walked in here, but you chose to stay. Now the dust don't settle, it clings to me like a second skin. I can't break free. I see faces forming, peeling walls every time the silence calls. And I feel my pulse in the wooden frame, like the house and I are the same. If I had a life, it's long since gone. Now I just exist where I don't belong. This house, it breathes and I breathe it in. Every nail, every board, every hidden sin. I don't know where I end or it begins, just a hollow shell wearing borrowed skin. Hear it laugh in the pipes at night, like it feeds on fear and dying light. I don't run, I don't know if I ever walked out that door. This house don't break, it just rearranges, twists your mind till your soul estranges. Every memory starts to bend till you don't know where you've been. If there's God, he won't come here. There's no faith left, just fear. I don't live, I don't grow, I just rot where the dark winds blow. So if you find that house on a nameless road and the door swings wide like it's been told, don't step close, don't breathe too slow, 'cause once it hears you, it won't let go. And you won't scream, you won't fight, you'll just become part of the night. Inside the walls, where something grows, inside the house that breathes and knows.
diversa de dia. Só quando there's a house on a hill where the paint's peeled black and the porch leans low like it won't fight back. Windows stare like they're wide awake, watching every wrong move you make. I was warned as a child, don't go inside, but the door stood open like it wanted me to try. The air went cold when I crossed that line, like I stepped out of time or out of mind. And the floorboards creaked like a living thing, like the walls themselves could hear me breathe. This house, it breathes when the night comes in, through the cracks in the wood and the weight of sin.
It's still raining. I can hear it on the roof, same as that night. Funny thing is, I don't remember driving home. I just remember the sound it made. And after that, everything just kept going, like nothing ever stopped. There's a road so black under dying light, with the same old rain from that endless night. Wipers drag slow like they're half alive, but they never clear what's inside my mind. Got both hands tied on a shaking wheel, but I don't know if I'm driving still. Every mile feels like a frozen frame from a moment I can't rearrange. And the headlights bend like they're pointing back to the exact same place I left off track. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on proving. Every breath I take don't feel like mine, just a loop of guilt stuck in time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wake, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a dent in the hood I don't recall, and a crack in the glass shaped like a fall. I see flashing lights in the distance fade, but they never reach where my soul decayed. There's a voice in the dark from the passenger side, but I never look, I just let it ride. She says you could have stopped, you had the chance. I just grip tighter, don't take the glance, and her breath feels cold though the heat's turned high, like she never really left that night. I never left that night, I just keep moving through the same mistake that keeps on proving. Every breath I take don't feel like mine, just a loop of guilt stuck in time. Hear the rain tap slow like it knows the truth, like it's spelling out what I tried to lose. I don't wait, I don't fight, I just live inside that night. There's a stretch ahead where the road dips low, where the headlights flicker and the shadows grow. And I swear I see it happen again, that shape, that moment, right back then. I slam the brakes but they don't respond, like the choice I had is already gone. And the sound hits hard like it always does, like it never stopped, like it always was. And the world goes still, but I'm still here with the same dull hum in my ear. Every second loops back around to the same exact broken sound. That's not the engine, that's not the road, that's the moment replaying slow. And I hear her voice beneath the rain. You never left, you stayed the same. Now the road don't end and the sky won't break, I'm still awake. Every turn just leads me back again to the place I should have never been. And I see myself in the rearview stare, with the hollow look like I'm I'm not all there. If there's a way out, I missed it then. Now I just drive and relive it again. I never left that night, I'm still inside it. Every mile I take just helps me hide it. But it don't fade, it just grows clear. Like the truth is always sitting here. Hear the rain tap slow like a counting clock. Every drop hits like a hammer knock. I don't change, I don't rewrite. I just die again that night. I never left, I just pretend that this road might someday end. But the lines don't break and the dark don't bend, and the past don't loosen, justice ends. If there's mercy, it passed me by, somewhere between the truth and the lie. I don't live, I don't survive, I just crash over and over alive. It's still raining, I can still hear it. And that sound, that sound, it never stops. A madrugada fria entra pela janela. A madrugada fria entra pela janela. O silêncio pesa mais que qualquer palavra dela. O copo suado em cima da mesa vazia.